Hi once again, everyone, and welcome to another University of Houston Alumni Association interview. I'm Tom Franklin. With me today is UH alum and the head of the Fort Bend County chapter of the Alumni Association, Patty Godfrey. How are you, Patty?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me, Tom.
All right, Patty. How did you get to become a Cougar?
Well, I got my undergraduate degree in hotel restaurant management, so that's why I came to the University of Houston. I transferred from the University of Kansas. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, and came to school to go to the University of Houston.
So you got here because of the Hilton College?
Absolutely.
Hotel and restaurant management.
They were one of the top 3 schools on my long list of schools, and my father basically said to me, "You're not going to Las Vegas." Cornell was one of the other schools, and that school was just way out of my parents' price range, and the other one was Houston. And I thought, I've been to Houston when I was a kid and went to the Astrodome when it first opened and ice skated in the Galleria, and I thought, wow, Houston, that sounds exciting. It's close to the beach.
Right.
And got on an airplane literally with 2 suitcases, met a girl on campus through the phone, and she picked me up from the airport and helped me find an apartment.
Wow.
And I found an apartment that
you really ventured out.
I really did. I did. I came down here with no car, literally 2 pieces of luggage. There was no rooms in the dorm. I hadn't even registered for classes. Met the advisor at the hotel school, and she was absolutely fabulous. And it all started from there. I lived in an apartment off campus that had complimentary shuttle bus that stopped at the medical center at TSU and U of H. And so my life revolved around U of H and the shuttle bus.
So tell me about those days when you got here on campus. What was campus life like?
Do you know, I think I was so overwhelmed at being in Houston. It was August. Sweltering. It was back in the days where you used to have to go to Hofheinz and stand in line and register for classes and get the old red mark on your form. And again, I was just so fortunate that I met so many nice people down here. Literally from the girl who literally talked to me on the phone and picked me up at the airport, to the counselors, to the professors, and I immediately knew that this is where I was supposed to be.
So give me some of the best memories of being a student here.
Well, I was a University of Houston ambassador with the admissions office, and I got to go on different trips with them recruiting. But of course, my biggest memory is meeting my husband at a keg party over on Wheeler. I know. But my senior year, I was general manager of an event over at the hotel school called Gourmet Night, and that was probably the highlight as an undergraduate student here on campus, was being in charge of Gourmet Night, which was a 7-course gourmet dinner, 350 people. It was in the brand new wing when it just built the South Wing, and it was glitz and glamour, and I was in charge of the entire thing, and it was just absolutely spectacular.
And did it go the way you wanted to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It did.
So what happened after that?
After that, I got graduating from the hotel school. There was not a lack of job offers for us alumni, so I had 7 job offers. Decided to choose a job working at the Stouffer Resorts in Orlando, Florida. Moved to Orlando, worked there for a couple years, and actually got transferred with Stouffer's back to Houston. And that's when I came back, and we've been in Houston ever since.
So what did you learn in those days that you've taken with you throughout the rest of your life?
I volunteer a lot, and I think everybody knows that. People ask me all the time, what do you do? And I hate to say that I'm a stay-home mom or a homemaker, because I am a mom and I am a take care of my house, but I'm certainly neither.
You're much more than that.
Of those 2 things. I volunteered a lot while I was at U of H. I felt like I gave back. I was on scholarships that helped me tremendously financially get through school here, helped my parents. And I think just giving back has been my biggest thing that I've learned here, is that what I got from U of H was amazing for me, and it was my time at some point in my life to give back.
Is there a particular area that gives you more satisfaction than others in the giving back and the volunteering?
I don't think so. I mean, I give back both at U of H. I volunteer at my kids' schools. I am the team captain of a local triathlon club out in the Fort Bend area. I'm an assistant coach of a local running club in the Fort Bend area. So I have all these components that I get to be involved in, and all of them give me such a great satisfaction. I don't think I could give any of it up.
So what would you tell people who've been to U of H before, who are alums out there watching this interview, who haven't got involved in even the smallest kind of way of giving back to their school? What would you tell them?
You know, you have to be ready to give back. When you're ready, you're ready. I didn't give back immediately when I graduated. It really, I read somewhere, and this is my first kind of getting back with the alumni. It was probably 14-ish years ago, and so I've been out of school now for...
You don't have to say.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Anyway, I went to a happy hour that the Fort Bend Club had at Sugar Creek Country Club, and I walk in, and I kid you not, I was one of the only females, and I was one of the youngest people. And I think had I not just said to myself, I'm going to go back, I probably wouldn't have gone back. Just because you just feel out of place. So just because you show up and you don't quite fit in with the group, there's always other groups with the university that you could fit in with. You just got to find your niche. And I think that's the key.
So tell me about the Fort Bend chapter.
Well, you know, I walked into that day and they did welcome me. I introduced myself. I don't have a problem walking into situations, though. Some people are a little more timid. And so one of the things that we hope to get out of our club is when people show up, we really try to welcome them. We make them introduce themselves. We embarrass them the heck out of them so that they feel welcomed, and just like we would do with anybody. We're a great group. We have happy hours once a month. We host a golf tournament. We have a scholarship dinner. Bill Yeoman comes to all of our events, which is, that's
worth the price of admission.
And it's funny because I always say U of H is one of the best places because how many times are you in a room with Bill Yeoman? Well, he's so involved with our club. We call him up the day of our event, remind him to come, and him and AJ show up. You can't tell people enough about how amazing that is that he's there, and just to talk to him and have him describe one play of one game back in 1972, he remembers it all.
Yes,
and I think that's just the neatest thing, sitting there just being around him.
Well, if you don't live in Fort Bend County, no matter where you live, you can become involved with the Alumni Association. It's very simple. All you have to do is go to our website, www.houstonalumni.com. Get yourself signed up, become a member. We'll put you in touch with a local chapter, but by becoming a member, you can get in touch with all those people that you went to school with once upon a time and see what's happened to them and share your experiences about being a Cougar. In addition, we've got some great benefits for you. You've got stays at La Quinta Hotel, Landry's Restaurants, Avis and Budget Rent-A-Car, savings on your power bill, lots of things for you to be involved with, but it's a way for you to get connected with your university once again. Go to our website, www.houstonalumni.com, for all the information. For Patty Godfrey, I'm Tom Franklin. We'll see you next time on the University of Houston Alumni Association Interviews.
Go Cougs!